Hey everyone, it's Phil here. In this video, I'm going to share with you a clip from an interview where this entrepreneur has done over 150,000 in revenue in his first 6 months, and that's already impressive on its own because that just goes to show you how quickly things can be accomplished in the service industry where you're starting something like home cleaning, poop scooping, lawn care, mobile detailing, and related type of businesses. And in this video, he's going to talk to you about systems. This is one of the segments that I like to play for you guys because it really shows you how important technology is, how important good systems are, and things along those lines. So learn from him, watch the entire thing. It's going to help you guys out, and let's get started.
Booking Koala side of things, how big a role is tech playing in your day-to-day operations?
It makes it a lot easier. Having a calendar on Booking Koala, making it so easy to see all of the jobs, especially giving the customers like the dashboard and the automatic email reminders, right? There's so many things that I would have slipped through the cracks if BK wasn't built for this. I would miss customers. I would forget to follow up with people. The quotes that I send out so many quotes, there would be no way for me to track them unless it was a platform built. Booking Koala is built for cleaning, or is there other industries that?
We're built for the entire service industry. It doesn't have to be cleaning specific. However, my partner and the co-founder and CEO, he built it for his cleaning service essentially first. The first version was a much lesser version of Booking Koala. So, yes,
having the dashboard to just show all of the things.
And this is something you guys that are starting service businesses or even are thinking about starting service businesses, but don't think that you could take it to the next level where you guys will make the big bucks. My story should be kind of an inspiration to you guys, because it gives you the idea that you can start in the service business and then transition into pretty much whatever it is that you guys want, okay? And that is not to say you can't make a lot of money in the service industry, because we've all seen them. There's literally service businesses of all sorts that reach huge numbers, millions and even billions, like Mary Maids and Handy, and then of course in other industries as well. So you don't always have to be stuck in the service industry. It could be a great tool to get started, get the cash flow, make money, continue doing it and building an asset, or you can go ahead and start something else, like many Booking Koala users who turn consultants later, help others do the same thing that they've done, and so on.
Well, I did 3 weeks from now, I see that I have 10 jobs on the calendar. What kind of staffing do I need to have? What happens if someone's sick on that day? And then let's make sure that we don't overbook to capacity. I don't want to be fully at 100%. Let's be at like 85, 90% capacity coming up. And those are things that I wouldn't be able to see without Booking Koala, without all the different functions, being able to send out email marketing to all of the emails that are just saved within Booking Koala of the customers I've had over time, right? There's so many different functions that I, again, would not have thought of because I didn't know that these are things that businesses fully do on a regular basis, at least small businesses, right? You know that the mega ones have all these things locked down. I know that small businesses are, shooting the emails all the time of what you need. Booking Koala has all of the functions that you could need to have a functioning business all in one centered, hub, without needing to have a whole bunch of different platforms all at once.
And that's essentially, obviously, why it was built. Reduce everything and put it all into one platform so you focus all your time and energy on growing the business, automate as much as you can, and just grow. I'm assuming you started with us in April. You haven't started with another service. Okay. And what would you say, what drew you into using it? Or was it home service experts that were like,
it was home service experts. I didn't know any better. They had me start on the mid-tier plan, the $57 or whatever it is. quickly upgraded to the premium one, the extra $100 to be able to, know what leads I'm getting and be able to reach out to them more effectively. Quickly became, in this business, when I'm every job, I'm sending out $150, $200, $300 to the cleaners. To have the upgraded version of BK for another $100 it's not a big deal. And so for the extra functionality.
And this right here is one thing that separates some entrepreneurs versus others. Some people look at it as it's $100 extra, right? That's a big deal. And then some people look at it as it's an extra $100. It's not a big deal compared to how much extra money does it actually make you, and how many hours per every single day does it actually add up. And when you look at the math, it's not even a comparison. Are you looking to grow or are you looking to save money, right? Those are the two things that I come across. And if you guys are watching this video and you're on the fence, upgrade to premium. It is going to be a big game changer. And of course, if you guys are starting out, maybe some of you can't afford it and $27 is all you can. The moment you can, it is going to be a huge difference for you guys. So don't take it just from my own word, take it from others who use it and see tremendous value. Also, you cannot look at it as just one feature. Look at it as a whole different ecosystem. You may want one feature, but if you are upgrading for one feature, learn everything else in there that you could leverage, because it will be a total game changer.
But it's only been BK the whole time. I don't even know what's out there, and I don't really plan to go look what's out there because it's solving all the needs that my business currently has and anything I can foresee in the future.
We'd love to hear it. What's one feature within the entire platform you couldn't see yourself living without?
I would say, as small as it is, the quotes, the draft and saved of the quotes that I send, because I use Open Phone for my phone. Initially, before I was really paying attention to the functionality, I was just going through all the text messages and the calls that I had for the day. Who do I need to reach back out to? Having the drafts and the quotes of anyone that I sent, and I've got their metrics, then it's saved there. I don't need to look back. I already know what we talked about. I know what this costs. I put my own notes in the booking details, and then I can more effectively reach back out to those customers rather than going through my Open Phone and looking through the chat log and reading a 12-minute conversation, for 15 people that I talked to today. So that makes it a lot easier. What
about the flip side? Is there something that you've thought of that might be missing, or you've seen in the group people posting stuff and you're like,
when I get a new lead, is there a way for it to ding me, to notify me, like a new lead in the sense of they organically came to my website and they didn't book with anything? It was like an abandoned cart. Is there a setting to ding that so I get a notification? Because I have to manually check in there if that exists.
So elaborate a little bit more. Somebody just hits your website, clicks around and leaves?
So it will pop into the leads, whatever, the leads module. If I put it in there and I put all of the info for a customer that I was on the phone with, and it'll be saved there, whether I book or not. If someone comes from Google, clicks on my website, and they start going through, but they don't book, and they put their dimensions and all of the sizes, currently don't know how, or even think it's a function to have, an email or some notification or something saying, hey, you had an abandoned cart from X or whatever it is.
There isn't an abandoned cart feature.
Yeah, you need this.
All right. Well, that's something.
What if they click on the website and they don't even get to the cart, but they had, this is a thing?
If they don't enter anything, then there's no feature for that. You would have to have like a heat map on your website. Yeah, if there's no information for them that they put in, there's nothing for us to capture.
But if they went into my booking form and put any amount of information, I can get a notification or a ding. I know that I can manually go in there, and I know that I can then look at what they put, right? But how do I know it's there in the first place? Sometimes I don't notice for 2, 3, 4 days that they were.
There should be in the notification settings abandoned cart that you just need to enable.
Got it covered. I don't know. I've tried. Maybe I'll have ChatGPT help me that because I couldn't figure out.
So there is something like that. It's called the hot lead, and you get this notification automatically. And what he's talking about, you guys, this is a premium feature, and it is probably one of the most important features that you guys can go ahead and install and have on your Booking Koala website and on your Booking Koala booking form, because it is so powerful that if you set up everything properly, and this is where a lot of people don't understand certain things because they may have not correctly set something up in the first place. And then when you combine that setup with the hot lead or cart abandonment, you get a whole completely different result. And he's already using it, so he understands the power of it, but you have to install this correctly and you can see tremendous results. Literally, if you save one customer per month, and we save, because I still own the cleaning company, we save literally so many because of this feature. And I always talk in my videos that sometimes we get clients for $40 that turn into $20,000 in profit clients. So if you save a couple of those per year, I mean, premium is just a no-brainer, right? For the whole year, you spend 2,000, a little over 2,000, and you make hundreds of thousands in profits lifetime. And this is the power of things like that. And that is why you cannot look at things from a saving $100, because you're missing out on literally so much money. And I have different examples as well of how people look at things. I'll share them across different videos, but there's so many things like that, not just in software, but marketing tactics and branding and things like that, where people look at, let's say, $1,000 while they're missing out on millions over time.
I'd do that. And I'd give somebody a call 3 or 4 days later and they're like, yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But
After the call, I can.
And that is the key, you guys. When you get that lead where someone doesn't complete a booking, you have to reach out right away. That's why that hot lead notification he wants and is in there, pay attention to it, because you should be following up as soon as someone turns into a lead, because that is when you guys get the highest results. I forget the statistics, but they're out there. I think it's something like if you reach out after 2 hours, your chances of getting them reduces significantly.
Quickly show you where it's at, and we could get it set up. It's just a toggle of a switch from disable to enable.
so then DK has it all and you don't have to worry about it.
And we love to hear that. And we're trying to add more, but we're also at the same time streamlining it so it's easier to use, because it is such a huge platform. There are, here in this instant, there's a setting that you.
Exactly, guys. We're always working. My goal as the teams here is to be the best in the industry, not necessarily the biggest, because there are players in the game that are, getting millions. We're talking about billions of dollars in investments, and we're never going to do that, because our upside is that we don't want to charge you more. We don't need the money. I'm not super money hungry. We want to give back to you guys, but we truly want to put everything into place so it is the best software, even better than the competitors. And a lot of our users believe so. That's why they're with us. And just know that we're always building and improving, streamlining things, building out new modules, and that is forever going to be the commitment for us here.